Hey, Callie, you made this shit?
Yes, sir, y'all. Welcome back to the Millionaire Mansion podcast. My name is James Hodggreen. I'm the owner of the Millionaire Mac Club, and we believe millionaire is not defined by monetary value, but by your mindset. And we are raising consciousness and maximizing our limitless potential to make this world a better place, baby. And as always, I'm so grateful y'all are joining us. I'm praying for y'all. I'm wishing y'all abundance. And for those of y'all that are seeing me visually, no, you're not going crazy. My hair is blonde right now. It is blonde. I'm on my way to platinum. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while. We won't talk on it too much, but I'm super excited for how it looks so far. It looks a little reddish, but it looks good. But that's besides the point. I'm here to provide some value for y'all, baby. And today, I actually texted my community asking them, what are some podcast ideas? What do you guys want to hear on the podcast? What's some things that you've learned that you want me to talk about or give perspective on? So if you want to give me recommendations, make sure you text my community, text my phone number. My number is 480-571-7347. Text me podcast, and then we can chop it up. You can give me recommendations. I can help you out. That's besides the point, but let's get into it. Today, we're talking about improving relationships. And the dope thing, I really like this. I like this this topic because relationships are everything. No matter, obviously, we're the only people that we can control, but once again, like we always talk about, control versus influence, and we have influence on a relationship. Obviously, it takes two to tango, but we can influence a relationship. And a relationship, I don't know about y'all, but I used to be in the mindset of a relationship is only someone that you're intimate with, but no, that's not the case. So let's actually pull up the dictionary. Let's get the actual definition of relationship so we know what we're improving. So let's see, relationship. Got the dictionary app, baby. And no, that is not a promo. A connection, association, or involvement. Connection between persons by blood or marriage. That's the second definition. An emotional or other connection between people. So a relationship isn't only between people. It can be between things. But let's talk about relationships in between people and how to improve those. So, the first step in order to improve a relationship is you have to have a standard, because if you don't have a standard or a reference of where you are in perspective of the quality of the relationship, then how will you be able to measure improvement, right? So first you need to have a standard. You need to figure out how you want to be treated, how you deserve to be treated, and how you should be treating others, right? Because if we don't have that standard, then we're shooting with our eyes closed. We may hit the target, and even if we hit the target, if we still have our eyes closed, then we'll never know if it was successful or not. So know how you want to be treated and have that standard for yourself. And honestly, have a high standard for how you want to be treated, because how you want to be treated will be a reflection of how you treat people or how you think people should be treated, right? And we'll get into the golden rule a little bit later. And the next very important part, and I think this is something our world lacks a little bit of, in my perspective, is transparency. And what transparency is being blatant, being straightforward, saying what's on your mind, saying what you mean. And oftentimes that could be a slippery slope, because It's easy for people to take things personal, and it doesn't have to be personal if it's coming from a genuine place. If that's truly how you feel, that's how you feel. No one can tell you how to feel and how not to feel. And the only way for a true coherent relationship to be adequate, a true relationship to go smoothly, is to understand the emotions and the feelings of both parties, because otherwise one person could be thinking this is the best thing ever and my boat is floating perfectly, while the other person's perspective, they think they're totally being mistreated. This is the worst relationship ever. So put yourself in position where transparency isn't foreign to the relationship. Normalize vocalizing how you feel, and get comfortable with vocalizing how you feel, and be comfortable with how you feel, and understand how you feel, and understand the fact that how you feel can change second to second. You don't have to attach to how you feel. You see what I'm saying? Just because you felt one way 10 minutes ago doesn't mean you have to feel the same way 15 minutes later. You see what I'm saying? So be okay with being transparent, and be receptive to transparency, because we need a two-way street. And that's another thing. Relationships need to be give and take. They need to be give and take. And realize, if we're talking person to person relationship, all of us, none of us are above each other. It doesn't matter your social status, it doesn't matter your economic status, it doesn't matter. None of that matters. We're all going to end this cycle, this thing that we call life, the same way. We're all gonna, one day this body is going to stop running, whether we like it or not. None of the monetary things or social things we can take to the grave with us. You see what I'm saying? So we need to have the basic understanding that all of us are equivalent on a base humility standard, right? So understand that it needs to be a two-way street, not just a one-way street. You see what I'm saying? So next, the golden rule: treat people how you want to be treated. But the thing that's always left out, and we already touched on it earlier, understand how you want to be treated. Because the golden rule is a great rule: treat people how you want to be treated. But it's irrelevant if you don't even know how you want to be treated, right? So understand how you want to be treated, and then understand how you should be treating other people, and understand how other people react to your treatment. Just because you're treating them how you think they deserve to be treated, or how you think that relationship should go, but you're expecting a certain result or a certain reaction, you need to understand, just because you're giving out one thing doesn't mean that's how it's being taken, that's how it's being interpreted, that's how it's being processed, right? So have that understanding. Have that understanding of, just because I think I'm giving one thing, understand it's all perception. It can be perceived totally different than you meant it to be, right? So have that mutual respect, have that humility. I'm no better than you, I'm no worse than you. We're both the same. We both put on our pants the same way, unless you weirdly jump into your pants. We put on our pants the same way, whether my pants are dirty or not. I'm putting on my pants one leg on a time, one leg at a time. Whether my pants are true religion, whether my pants are from Walmart, it doesn't matter. That doesn't make me any better or worse of a human than you. You see what I'm saying? The next thing is forgiveness. It's hard to move forward if you're attached to an old emotion or an old perspective. And not saying that you have to forget, but if you're holding on to bitterness and remorse, don't be surprised if the relationship continues with some bitter and remorse. Yeah, you may be watering your plant, but if the water's toxic, is it really serving the plant good? Ask yourself that. Ask yourself that. And it may be a tough pill to swallow, and what they did doesn't have to be justified. It doesn't have to be okay. They don't have to get off with what they did, but don't expect improvement if your water is still toxic. Don't be surprised that your plant isn't growing if your plant needs more than water to be given the proper nutrients, right? So those are my points on improving relationships. This is a really good topic because think about it. The more bridges you have, the more places you can go. I'll say it one more time. The more bridges you have, the more places you can go. You don't have to be all buddy with every single person. That's not what I'm saying. But try to remain as civil as you can with as many people as you can, because you never know how they could play a part in your life. And at the same time, if they're holding you back, don't be scared to cut the tie, but do it appropriately. Just because you cut the tie doesn't mean it has to be an eternal FU or something super over the top. No, do what you got to do in order to continue to progress and not degress the other person at the same time, because we're all on the same team. We're all on the same team whether we realize it or not. So their progression is our progression also. So yeah, man, as always, I'm so grateful for y'all. Make sure y'all text me. I need more of y'all texting me. I would greatly appreciate y'all. If you find any of this valuable, just share it. Share it with somebody that may find this insightful, may find this valuable. And if there's anything that I can do for you, let me know. You can text me. My number's 480-571-7347. Let's get connected. And we got some big things coming with the Millionaire Mac Club, so I need y'all to stay tuned. I'm really ready to take our journey, and who I'm referencing to when I say our is including you, including me, including the company. I'm just ready to help as many people as I can progress in their walk and become the best them. If I can even play a part in that, then I want to play a part in that. So just know we got some big things coming, and as always, I'm so grateful for y'all. And like my grandma said, man, keep going, keep growing. Peace.